What is cannabis medicine? How does it work with my body? And why does my doctor not know about it? Today on this episode of Rodney Hash, we're going to go over all three of those questions. So leave a like and stick around.
Where that bitch, where that bitch, where that? I'm a motivated stoner. I'm a motivated man on a mission. All I had was...
So as far as what is cannabis medicine and how does it work with your body? I would divide that into two sections. The first one being your endocannabinoid system. Your endocannabinoid system is an endogenous, meaning already in your body, already present. You will have never had to have consumed cannabis in any way, shape, or form, and you will already have this system present in your body. It is called the endocannabinoid system. It consists of receptors like the CB1, CB2 receptor, which some of us are familiar with, but more recently, as time progresses and the science evolves, we're learning that there are other receptors that cannabis affects, such as your pain receptor, which is why the CBD slowly dulls the pain receptor. It's not like a Novocaine where it completely kills the pain, but over time it slowly dulls down that receptor, not so that way you don't know it's there, but so that way it's just less of a pain. And then on top of that, you have cannabinoids. There's both endocannabinoids, meaning cannabinoids that are already present in your body, such as 2-AG and anandamide. And then there are phytocannabinoids, which are the ones that are in plants, preferably or specifically cannabis and hemp. They're basically the same thing. They're just been bred differently a little bit to get different cultivars. So the other third of that is what are known as enzymes, which a lot of us are familiar with enzymes. So how it works is there are those endocannabinoids that are present in your body, and they're constantly hitting these receptors, the CB1 and CB2. And then there's these enzymes that slowly degrade and break down those endocannabinoids to try and help regulate it. And the function of it is basically to cause homeostasis in your body. It regulates things, and it affects almost everything from memory to there's CB1 and CB2 receptors on your skin cells, on your liver, like it's all over the place. And it's an only evolving science. On top of that, the other half of that would be an aromatherapy aspect of it. So the way that I describe it to patients is the THC will kind of give you that medicated effect. However, the terpenes or aromatherapy aspect of it is basically what determines whether something's a sativa or an indica or a hybrid, because as time's progressed, breeders have now made everything a hybrid. There really is no landrace cultivars. So going forward with it, I will actually be releasing videos on terpenes and what they are and what they do in a little bit more in depth, but for now I just want to focus on this and kind of keep it short and concise. So we'll just leave it as that's what the aromatherapy aspect of it is. Using both of these, we can create a new, in my opinion, it could be a potential functional medicine where we could be treating Alzheimer's in a more controlled way, or pain in a better way, or sleep, or anything along those lines. So that is what cannabis medicine is, and that is how it can work with you. And the reason that your doctor may not know about this is it's really honestly just very new. Most doctors don't, when they go to school, this isn't taught to them unless they've gone to somewhere like specifically Brown University, and even then it has to be within the last decade or so, last 10, 20 years maybe. It wasn't until about the early 2000s there was a man by the name of Dr. Ethan Russo that had he had a theory that there was something called the endocannabinoid insufficiency syndrome, which is what is causing a lot of things like cancers. It is causing a lot of autoimmune deficiencies, fibromyalgias, and a lot of other things that cannabis hasn't been known to treat. And the more we can understand this and we can fine-tune this, the better we can treat that endocannabinoid insufficiency. Or it could even be a hyperactivity. So maybe some people may not need any THC and they just need way more CBD, or vice versa, because either that anandamide or 2-AG, there's too much of it present, or there's too much of an enzyme present consistently. So it's just a matter of figuring out what these things are. And again, this wasn't even theorized till the early 2000s. Working backwards from there, 2-AG wasn't even discovered till about 95. The first endocannabinoid was anandamide, and that was in 92. And if we go all the way back to when THC was first discovered, that was only in 64. In fact, the man that has discovered THC and CBD was in Israel at a Hebrew university by the name of Dr. Raphael McCollum. He actually described the endocannabinoid system as the global protection system. And to this day, he is actually working in the field of medical cannabis. I want to say the name of the company is Tikkun Alumna. Sorry if I butchered that, but it is a very wide field, and it is only growing. So the reason that your doctor may not know that is because it's new. And not many schools teach it. However, again, Brown University, which is on par to MIT, Yale, or Harvard for medicine, they are teaching an endocannabinoid system class. So that tells you that it is real, and it is evolving. So this will be happening within our lifetimes, that we will be seeing this grow. So if you leave a like and subscribe, you guys will be way ahead of the curve.